Finland, once again, with another potential top 5 pick, we could say. I personally don't have him in my top 5 at the moment. I think I had him at 6th or 7th. But Anton Lundell is surely one of those players who could break the top 5 or even 4. And I mean, it seems like it's going to stay that way for at least until 2022, I believe. You got Atu Rati, then you got Brad Lambert. But that's not the point. This video is about Anton Lundell and his somewhat stellar draft -1 year with HIFK. I've had a close eye on Anton Lundell ever since the 2019 World Junior Championships, where as a, it would have been, as a 17-year-old, I was going to think 16, but no, as a 17-year-old on the U20 roster, playing alongside with the other U17 player at the time, which was Capo Caco. Actually, he may have been 18 at the time. I don't know. He was definitely 17. But anyways, he had a good job at that performance. I think he put up 4 points, a goal, and 3 assists, which was quite, I liked seeing that. You don't really see too many 17-year-olds unless it's on a really small country's roster do so well at the World Junior Championship. That was the thing too, he never seemed like he was out of place, and I want to say a lot of that is probably to his play in the Liiga, where he actually put up his astounding numbers, in his draft -1 year as a 17-year-old, putting up 19 points in 38 games with HIFK. And he also was a +6, which is not too bad. He also played a bit of a junior ASM Liiga that year. He put up 15 points in 10 games, and then he obviously got promoted right away to the men's club. This is the other thing with him too. If I were to walk into an HIFK game and I were to just sit down and I noticed this Lundell guy skating around, I would not know he'd be 17 years old. He plays the game with such a mature attitude and such a mature level. He's so smart on the ice. It's actually unfathomable. He's a lot, I'd say position-wise, and two-way wise, he's a lot smarter than most of the players in this draft, and that's what separates him from a lot of people, and that's why he got his calling card into the Liiga at such an early age.
I also find, like I said too, just to expand on that, he's not the most, I'd say, when I say dynamic, I mean like he's trying to put the puck through his legs and go through 5 people all at once. He's not that kind of player. He's actually very content with what he does with the puck and without it. He skates around the ice fluently, and he always just seems to be in the right spot for an easy goal and an easy pass, but it ends up working because his team is winning games. He's already got a gold in the U18s and the U20s already, and he's only 17. And he's probably going to be the first line center on the U20 Finland team in the upcoming World Junior Championship.
Might as well now just take a deep dive into Lundell's hockey IQ we got here, because I've been raving about it all this video so far. But anyways, it is just, like, when I talk about his hockey IQ being insane, I already said his positioning and all this stuff. I'd say the biggest one, though, is just him being in front of the net. He gets so many chances of being right in front there. He always sets an amazing screen. There was a couple goals in the World Junior there, and even just in his men's league, where he was just standing in front of the net, and he either picks up a dirty rebound or he just gets another good chance. He always finds himself there. For a 17-year-old, he's always sticking there. It's hard to move him. He's not the biggest guy in the world, 6'1", 183 pounds. Definitely will grow a little bit, but that's always just a strong stature to have too. Really strong, lean body. By no means a giant, but by no means someone who cannot fend for himself. With his hockey IQ though, he just indulges in great chances in front of the net there. He always makes the right strides to the front of the net. When there was that one in the World Juniors there where Ville Heinola gave him that beautiful setup pass for his lone goal as a 17-year-old in the World Juniors. And there are countless goals of him crashing the net for HIFK, scoring sweaty goals that gets his team ahead by even more goals. HIFK was a really good team last year. Expanding on that hockey IQ as well, he also just has a great defensive reading of, I don't see too much zone play of him. I can't go and watch him play in Finland. That's just not an option for me. But from what I've seen from the clips, a lot of takeaways in the offensive end. He always has his stick out there. Great takeaways, starting another chance. There's a couple in the World Juniors there. I can trace back one against Kazakhstan where he picked up the puck right at the end of the blue line and sauced it down to Capo Caco, who had a great chance. Unfortunately missed the net though. I can see him being a guy maybe in the future. I saw this on dobberprospects.com. They said he could definitely be, a Selke candidate in the future, and I could definitely agree with that. I can see how this guy may flow into that game, not maybe to the likes of someone like Patrice Bergeron or Anze Kopitar, but it's definitely possible. I don't know his face-off stats in the Liiga. I don't know if it's a public stat. Maybe I'm just too lazy to find it. I can't read Finnish on those websites, so it's kind of a little bit tough for me to find those kinds of stats if they even exist online. But I partake if he's taken second line minutes for HIFK last year as a 17-year-old. He's probably pretty good on the draws. I know he played on the wing sometimes, but I assure you he's probably good on it. If someone from Finland tell me if he's good on the faceoffs. To go with his great IQ, he also has a good set of skills. His stick handling is, I would say, very above average. By no means like, you know, like he doesn't have the pizzazz as some people might say. He's not going to be going through people like I said earlier, but he just does a lot of simple moves that just work, and he gets around many opponents quite easily. It may not be the, you know, the jaw-dropping moves that you see someone like Connor McDavid or, you know, someone of that caliber be pulling off on a nightly basis, but in the end, who cares if it looks flashy or not? His team is winning, he's scoring goals, it works. That's all I'm gonna say. He's really patient with the puck. He likes to take away. He's really patient with the puck. He likes to take his way, go around the net. I wish he viewed his options a little bit better rather than sometimes just throw a puck away. He's got a really good shot, and I'll get to that in a sec. But as you can see from a couple of clips here, he just kind of just throws the puck on net, where I think he could have done something a little bit better. But hey, there's always room for improvement. And like I just said there, his shot is pretty good. He's got a really quick release when he's on the power play. He likes to set up at the top of the slot on the right side for a left-handed player. He's got a pretty, like I said, a quick release. He's got a couple of goals over there in Finland that are pretty nice. I'd see there. I think it was like 1 or 2 there. He had a goal in the U18s. You know, also a lot of ones where he comes off the rush and does a little cut to the middle. He's got a decent shot over for those situations as well. Expectation-wise for Anton Lundell this season in the Liiga, you know what? He got about, like, I think, like 0.6 points per game. I don't expect him to really get that point per game status. He might. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy to me just yet. But he could honestly get about 0.8, 0.9 points per game, maybe 40 points or something like that. But I expect him to take really good strides in just his overall maturity with the game, even more so. Probably going to get a lot more penalty kill time with HIFK. He's going to be a lot more of a useful asset. Even though he was already on the second line last year, he's going to be even more useful. He seems like the guy who would crack about 20 goals, 20 assists, something around that. HIFK is a really strong team. He might be even like at plus 20, plus 15, something around that category. It's going to be exciting to see what he does this season. If I were to give him a comparison to anyone I'd see in the last decade, it's going to be someone like Alexander Barkov. You know, pretty good stature, good hands. I wouldn't say he's as flashy as Barkov, but the two-way game is very similar, and just their stature, especially both of them also being finished product. I love that too. Anyways, that's my take on Lundell. I know for sure he's not going to be the last Finnish player I'm going to be reviewing this year, and it seems like there's just going to be more and more to come. Finland over the past decade has just produced some incredible talent, better than I've seen before them in the past. But anyways, hope you guys agree with some of the stuff I had to say on Lundell. Hope you learned something about him. And yeah, see you guys in the next prospect report. And I bet you WHL Weekly will be coming out really soon here. Preseason's just going on right now. And as I'm talking about that, the Kamloops Blazers are up 6-1 against the Victoria Royals on their first preseason game. Stankvin had 2 goals. It was exciting. But anyways, hope to see you guys in the next video. And bye.